Larry, could I invite you to come up and give the announcement about because I know, to give the full, Ann will supplement, but you'll, Larry's going to explain this very special event coming up soon.
All right, so this is coming up on April 6th, and this was an idea that came from, well, our great rabbis, but Rabbi Daria, when she was asking people, can you think of anything that you would want to do at our synagogue that we're not doing? And that's a dangerous question to answer, I've discovered. So I gave her a couple of ideas, and we did those, and then a little while later she said, well, that sounds good, but maybe we can expand that and do something bigger. So I said, I don't know, one thing that I would like to see, not necessarily do, but go to, is my wife and I, Bella and I, have been members of the synagogue for 33 years, and I really don't know how we began. I've heard stories, I've seen timelines, but I've never really heard the real story from the real people that actually began our synagogue. So I don't know if they're still around, but if they are, maybe we could invite them in and just listen to their stories, ask them questions, and they're probably pretty old by now, and there may not be much more opportunity to be there. So if you could do that, Rabbi Daria, that would be nice. And so she said, well, could you do that? So for the last 2 months, that's about all I've been doing, and so we invented this event called the Shul is Born, and instead of just focusing on the beginning, which we do focus on, because I was finding so many interesting people with so many interesting stories, making so many phone calls, I decided that maybe we should focus on maybe the first 20 years, the part that I missed. And so we've got all kinds of wonderful people coming in. Rabbi Fink and Cantor Charlie told me about Mike Kravitz, who preceded him as a cantor. We've got him. We've got a lot of whoever I can find that's still around that I can talk into it, that was here in the very beginning when apparently the first synagogue building that was purchased by our synagogue turns out to be a house that's literally around the corner from where I live. I didn't know that. So this, as we developed this, it turned into not just a one-part sort of discussion event, but a 1, 2, 3-part event. So what it's going to be is Rabbi Daria decided that she wants to make a very special Shabbat service that morning, because we're going to have these honored guests and do special aliyahs and all kinds of things that she has planned. So it's going to be a special Shabbat service. And then we were going to do a potluck lunch, and just in the last couple of days that turned into a catered lunch to honor these extra special people that we're going to have visiting us. And then we're going to come into the sanctuary, and Charlie and I are going to set up a table here with some microphones. We're going to have 2 panel discussions, one led by Charlie with several of these folks that I'm talking about, who are going to tell us about the earliest of the early years, and we can ask questions after. And then after that, we're going to bring John Reel in, and we're going to vacate that table and put another group to talk about the middle years, Jackie Land and Rabbi Daria, not Rabbi Daria, but Rabbi Fink, and many others. And then because there are so many of them, we can't really fit them at that table, so we're going to stick them in the chairs, and some of the teenagers are going to walk around with microphones so that others can chime in, and the rest of us can just hear these stories. And this is really a once-in-a-lifetime event. This is not going to happen again, ever again. So if you're interested in this, as I am, come and join us. And I think you'll love it as much as I'm going to love it. That's it.
Thank you, Larry.